What's up, everybody? It's me, Veneer here. Today I'm going to be doing a video on some building strategies you can learn in creative. You can practice stuff. I'm going to be showing you some things that I practice and some things that will help you to get a little bit better at building. Also, if you guys want to go and in the item shop, you can use my supporter creator code. It's code VinnyAir in the item shop. If you do that, I'll really appreciate it, guys. You can tag me on Twitter if you have proof that you're using it, or Instagram or anything. And I'll shout you out in the next video. I'll put like a list of your guys' names or something. So yeah, so if you guys want to do that, that'd be awesome. Really appreciate it. And let's get on to the video. Okay, so now we're on my creative map. This is just a little map I just have for like practicing and making and helping make thumbnails and stuff for videos. So some things I like to practice in creative. You know, obviously I'll do my 90s. You know, just do a couple. So those are always good to practice your 90s, obviously. I like to do some roof edits. So this is a really good thing to practice. A lot of if you're like not that good at editing, you should practice. Hold up. If you're not that good at editing, you should practice this roof editing course here. I'm sure there's a map download, but honestly, I just have this in my creative, and basically what it is, it's just a little course you go through and you edit this wall, the roof. I'll show you. So you edit this before that. You edit the floor and the roof, and then you drop through this. You edit that, and yeah, and it's a really good practice. You know, build like a couple of these, like one after another, and it'll really help your editing. Like, I promise it'll really help. Like, I've gotten like a lot better at editing just because I do these courses every so often. So I'm gonna run through this quick just to show you guys how it's done. Like this. And it's okay if you mess up because, you know, it's just practice, obviously. So that's the course. That was it wasn't like perfect, but it was pretty good. I had a pretty good run through on it. Okay, so also for roof edits, you can edit them however you want. I did two ways on here. I did like two, like that, like where I edited like this. I did 1, 2, like that. You could do that way, or you could do this way. So personally, I like doing the 2 instead of the corner, instead of the 1 in the corner, because I just feel like it's a smoother motion personally, like for me. So I prefer doing it that way. So that's a really good thing you can practice in creative. It's really easy to build. It's just a couple 1x1s. Like you just go like this. There's one. Then you place a floor up there. Place your ramp, and then you're all good. And you just keep running through that, like keep building this, and that's a really good practice you guys could do for editing. Another thing you guys could do in creative if you want to get better at some building and editing. I also do this 90 practice, so I just do a couple 90s up like this. So I do those 90s. These are like the common 90s, and then I also like to do these ones too. These ones are supposed to be faster because you're not hitting like a wall here. Like when you do like normal 90s like this, like you hit the wall, and apparently like it's slower. So yeah, so I like to practice like all the different types of 90s in creative. So I do that once, like without the wall, that, and then I do like the normal ones, and then I even like to practice. Oh, not like those ones. I'm not that good at those ones yet, but I like practicing them because I want to be good at them. So I think that's like really good to do. Okay, so now back to where I was. And then a little thing after you build all this, you can just like it's a good editing course down. Like, you know, just edit the floor, edit the ramp, edit the floor, edit the ramp. Yeah, and you can just do that for as far down as you want. So yeah, and that's really good practice for editing. Okay. And now another thing I like to practice while I'm in here is I like to practice like roof jumps. If you guys don't know what a roof jump is, it's pretty simple to do. I mean, it takes a little bit of practice. So what you want to do is, I'm just gonna set this up for another thing. What you want to do is you want to place a roof up here, like above you. So, like if someone has high ground, this is a really easy way to like take back high ground like pretty quick. You're gonna place this roof here. Place a floor, and then you're just gonna jump off to the side just like that. Now this way isn't like the most efficient way to do it because you can still get shot at if they're like over here or something, if they're like peeking over here on you. So what I would recommend doing is this method I saw Martaz, I'll leave a link to his channel down below. I saw him do this roof jump, I think. It was him. I'm pretty sure it was him. So you can do your roof jump. And you're also going to place a ramp just like that. So, basically, when you do that, so when you place the floor, you're going to place this ramp here. Or, yeah, you're going to place this ramp here, too. So then, when you go to, like, do your 90s or whatever you're doing to get back up, you have this protecting you right here. So you don't need to worry about anybody shooting you because they're going to be shooting this instead. So that's a little roof jump I like to practice. Now another thing that I like to practice in here is different ways I can like get high ground if somebody's like trailing above me on like a ramp like this. Like usually like the common thing to do is just that, and then you have them coned off, and then you can just edit out. But this new method, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna just basically, so your ramp. Let me just start this for you guys. Okay. So you're ramping up, right? You're gonna place that, and then you're gonna place a wall here, and then that, and then a ramp, and another ramp. So basically, you're gonna have them blocked off, and then you don't have to like edit that. Instead, you can just go right around and do your 90s back up or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty simple, just like that. I'll show you guys again. You're ramping up, right? Just like that. So it's pretty simple. That's like a really good method to do. I like to practice. Now, some other basic stuff, just like regular like pyramid edits and stuff. I'll show you that too, like what I like to do. So I like to start off with like, usually I just do a couple of these floor ramp walls like up a little bit, and then I like to mix it up and do like a floor. So I do the floor ramp wall with another ramp underneath. So basically what you're doing is you just jump because you need to get more, you need more time obviously. And what this does is it creates another layer underneath. Right there, it's got the ramp instead of the typical floor ramp wall. So yeah, it's pretty easy to do. You just, before you do your floor ramp wall, you just want to place a ramp and then that, and then do your floor ramp wall. The ramp, floor ramp wall. So it's pretty simple. So I like to practice that. I mean, that's probably not the best to use in a game like mats effectively, but if you have people that are like spraying at your like builds like non-stop, like it's gonna help obviously because they're gonna have a lot more stuff to break through. Now another thing I like to practice is double floor ramp wall, which is it's pretty simple. After you practice a lot, you should be able to get it quite easily. Yeah, it's just floor ramp wall. Once you have floor ramp wall down, like double floor ramp walls, you just want to move side to side. Ramps first, floors, walls, just like that. So yeah. So now, what I want to show you guys is another method I do, or another thing I practice. So I have that. Another other thing I like to practice while I'm in creative for building is just regular ramping up and just pyramid edits. And it's a lot like the editing course, like I said. You just want to do this, and it's pretty simple. You know, just edit the corner. Jump through. You can do 2 if you want. When I do one, I don't mind. Like when I'm just doing like only like this and not both, I don't mind doing just one edit in the corner. I think it's easier. But when I do both, I prefer doing both. Doing the double instead of just the corner. So yeah, that's another building strategy you can do to help your building out. Obviously, you know, 1v1ing people is really gonna help. Like if you have some people that you can 1v1, some really good edits. Like you can practice a lot of your edits that you're trying to learn like this, because like, you know, it doesn't matter if you're 1v1ing someone because it's not like a real in-game situation. So like 1v1ing people is a really good way to help yourself get better at building and both editing too. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys one more strategy, and then I'm gonna end this video off. So the last strategy I'm gonna show you guys is how to do is the mongrel 90s is what a lot of people like to call them. Basically, you're just going like, so this is like a regular 90, obviously. This is that. And basically Mongrels 90s, they're just the opposite motion. It's like, it's the same motion, but it's just in the opposite direction, just like that. So what you're gonna want to do, to do these, I'm just gonna break all this, you know. Obviously, don't break your build, but unless you're not using it. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do, ramp up. There's a floor, a wall, another wall, 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 floor, ramp, just like that. And you're gonna want to continue that motion probably for like 3 or so. It's probably like the most you can get out of them or something. Maybe 2. It doesn't matter as long as you just keep practicing. Like you'll get really good, and you'll just get better at them. Also, some of my binds that I use that I'm like pretty comfortable with. You can see them on the right over here. It's just my mouse, or my front mouse button is my wall, V is my floor, and my ramp is my back mouse button. And I use the final mouse, like the Ninja one that just came out. And my roof is T, and my trap is Q, and I edit with F. When you have your opponent in a 1x1, another thing you guys can do is you can do a spiral staircase edit. So basically, you're just gonna go like this, okay? And then you're just gonna want to reset the edit and fall through and just shoot them right here. So when they're like standing here, you just pump them from behind. They won't even see it coming. So it's a really good trick that not a lot of people know about. But credit to that goes to it's Fallacy. He's on Instagram. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in my bio as well. So remember, guys, if you really enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Also use my supporter creator code in the item shop, code Vinier. And I really appreciate everyone for checking out my videos lately. My montages have been doing pretty good. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. And remember, if you want to be shouted out in the next video, be sure to send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram of you using my supporter creator code, and I'll be sure to put you in the video. Alright, thanks everybody for watching.